Hi everybody, I'm Rina, and today I'm going to be giving a quick talk on some of the work I did for my master's project titled Environmental DNA Applications, Developing Species-Specific Cyp Assays for Canadian Freshwater Fishes. So my project was a little bit untraditional in the sense that it wasn't really hypothesis-driven. My project was in partnership with GenFish, which some of you here might be familiar with. And specifically under GenFish, I was working in Activity 1, which was focused on eDNA toolkit development for all Canadian freshwater fishes in the country. Specifically within that, I was tasked with developing species-specific Cyp assays for freshwater fishes found in New Brunswick, and part of some ongoing work working on developing some assays for Manitoban freshwater fishes too. So we're pretty much probably familiar with the idea and the fact that the majority of targeted qPCR assays published in the literature target the CO1 gene for the most part. And the idea behind GenFish and their idea was that we should probably, or it would be good to have 3 assays targeting 3 different markers for all freshwater fishes in the country, because different markers might work better in different contexts. Skip here. Oh, there we go. So my methods kind of followed a very typical eDNA assay development workflow. We have the 3 steps, so in silico, in vitro, and in situ. So in silico, I just designed all my assays for my target species and tested those assays on off-target sequences and alignments. In vitro, we used genomic DNA for targets to develop standard curves and off-targets for specificity testing. And then in situ, we applied some of those assays to eDNA samples taken from 2 rivers at Fundy National Park, Upper Salmon and Point Wolf River. And our lab has been doing some ongoing work at Fundy with eDNA sampling there. So our results weren't exactly what we were maybe anticipating or hoping. Out of the many assays that I developed, only 3 ended up being regionally species specific. So by this, they were only species specific. They were species specific against the kind of pool of off targets that I tested them on, which were regional and relevant species in Atlantic Canada. 15 ended up displaying variable off-target cross-amplification, so we could only call these really genus-specific. We saw positive and strong detection of the 4 target species at Fundy National Park, and these were Atlantic salmon, brook trout, American eel, and eastern black-nosed dace. And then finally, some of the ongoing work I'm currently doing is developing 14 assays for Manitoban freshwater fishes. So stay tuned for those forthcoming. And so kind of to just wrap things up, Cyp as an eDNA assay marker ended up being effective for some species, not as great for others. And to kind of work around this, we may need to use other markers to achieve species specificity for those that couldn't really happen with using Cytochrome B. Just a few there, but there's other sequences on the mitochondrial genome that could be of potential use and could be better than even some of the ones that are commonly used. And the kind of main take home is that transparent reporting is imperative in everything we do in eDNA, right? So reporting all of our sequences and alignments in silico, all of the results from in vitro specificity testing, and that information is very useful and important for anybody who wants to use a pre-published assay in the literature. And with that, I'll wrap up. Feel free to ask me any questions. You can contact me, and thank you for your time.